I'm not even trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not even trying to hurt nobody's feelings.
I need you to elaborate on
Yeah,
Hey,
man, what the
Go
fuck is
ahead.
happening?
Get
bro,
your no,
you
no,
know
no. All right, welcome back to Banner Talk Hip Hop. Today we are going over the death of Slim Shady, Eminem's new album. Pretty controversial album, I guess, and not necessarily with the content. I don't know if you guys saw it sold over 300,000 copies in the first week. And what's going around on Twitter right now is Pitchfork gave it a 4.8 out of 10. So the internet is
Wow.
killing Pitchfork right now because I think the Sexy Red project got an 8 out of 10. There's a bunch of projects that
Really?
are being compared to it. Yeah, there's a
That's
bunch of
crazy.
projects that they rated over that's being compared to it. But it seems like the fan base and the listeners kind of regard it as a good piece of work, and some of the critics, I guess, are not feeling it. But like I said, over 300,000 copies first week, which is a huge week, especially in today's age. Um, and his biggest week, I think, probably just in the streaming era. So I don't know. Let's just get into it. What are y'all first impressions on the album?
that shit was crazy. That shit literally fucking crazy. It's not even-
That's it. It's just crazy.
I'm afraid to say. I'm afraid to say. I can see why Pitchfork gave it a 4 because it's like, do we say we like it? Like, it's like,
You think they
it,
saying they don't like it just because of
well,
the
I mean,
content?
for possible, yeah, and possible because it's like, if you say you like it, does that mean you supporting that shit? You know what I mean? Like in today's, I'm just saying in today's the way society cancel culture will pick you apart on shit. And obviously he trying to get canceled, but then it's like I can kind of see, you know what I mean? Like you supporting the guy who's trying to cancel himself. Like I can see how companies will want to, or like those pods will want to play it safe, I guess, and just kind of let the people speak for themselves. I don't know. I feel just thinking about it now, like, yeah, but I thought it was a good album. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
that nigga saying a great bunch of crazy ass fucking shit. Like,
Do you really need to play it safe though with 300,000 sales in the first week? Like it's pretty obvious that people are receiving it well, online. Do you really feel the need to like play it safe? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's why they gave it a 4. They probably gave it a 4 because they didn't like it. Because I didn't get that feeling at all.
I just,
They're like, oh,
I,
you like that album? Like, I mean, from everyone, it got high praise. Everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just think maybe they just didn't like it,
Yeah.
uh,
That's kind
Because,
of what I get too, is like whoever reviewed it, I'm not sure who reviewed it, but whoever at Pitchfork reviewed it, probably maybe they were turned off by the content. Like maybe this is, I don't know how old they are, I don't know what they're used to, used to listening to, but I don't see how you could kind of like, you don't read the room and be like, oh, I'm scared that Pitchfork is gonna get canceled. It's
yeah,
Eminem. Like everybody knows what comes with Eminem, especially when you're talking about Slim Shady, with him being kind of like the focal point of the concept of the album.
yeah.
You already know what you're getting. Like that, if you're surprised by this, it's kind of like it's something wrong with you more than like the listeners or Eminem himself. Like if you're surprised by the content, it's just kind of weird at this point.
So I'm saying it was. I mean, they
mm-hmm.
talked about it on KTLA 5. Like, I mean, if it was like that weary of a topic, I don't think it would have been on like mainstream news.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know, but
they
besides,
probably didn't like it then.
I can
but
see
bes-
how. Yeah, I can
but
see how a business would want to protect itself too, though.
besides all that, I mean, I thought it was a really really good album. The only thing that's keeping it from being a great album is that and this is just me personally because it is a great conceptual album. And I even read something online that if you play the songs in reverse, kind of like damn, it means something. But whatever, I
Yeah,
don't know. I haven't listened to it backwards, so I don't know.
I'll,
But
I'll cover it.
yeah, but like overall, like it felt like right off the bat that pre what was that? What was his first album after Encore 2?
Oh, I know you talking about like premature and pre-revival
No. I'm talking about
or relapse.
Relapse. I'm talking about relapse, recovery, all those.
Yeah.
This felt like predated those albums. Like I was listening to like the Eminem show, Encore, like that.
Mhm.
So the only thing keeping it from for me being a great album is that I feel like it doesn't have a lot of replay value. That to me is like the only thing. There's some songs on there that I feel like I could bump on like a continuous day-to-day basis, but it's really a conceptual album, like to the highest regards. And which makes it really good. I rated it at 8.5. Oh no, wait, you said no ratings, no numbers. But I rate it really, really high. Like it's a really good album. When you listen to it like 2 to 3 times through, like you start to like nitpick what M is really trying to say, like the battle between both personas, like the Slim Shady, what created him. This is why he's famous. This is why he has so much money, and then that inner battle that he had to battle within himself throughout this whole time. And then it really started to come out with Relapse and Recovery and all that. But I think it's a great album. It's one of Eminem's best albums. Definitely a top 4, top 5 for sure. So I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Was it 2 or 3 people in it? It was it.
What do you mean, like?
Was it Eminem, Marshall Mathers, and Slim Shady, or was it just Slim Shady?
No, I think it was just Slim Shady versus Marshall Mathers, right?
Well, he kind of mentions in the beginning of the album, he mentions all 3, and he's like, "Oh, here comes Marshall." Like Slim is kind of antagonizing.
But that's him saying it in like a funny way.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was just more of a mention.
You know what? This is about 3 because honestly, this is about Paul Rosenberg too. Straight up.
Our homie Paul came back. Yeah. But Jason, what did you think? What did you think about just your first impressions of the album?
It was a lot of because I don't be checking for Eminem like that, so
I don't be checking for nobody.
Hey, fuck it, dude. Like, shit we be doing. Hey, man.
Everybody be like, I don't be checking for him like that.
The picks we be doing. That's why I like this podcast. So it opened up. Wow, I like what I like, dude. Yeah, it was just a lot of shock. Where I was like, oh shit, like. This nigga was just like all the shit I said in the beginning, like on Trouble, he just started just boom, 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 going out. And I was going into it thinking like, all right, here goes some athletic rap shit. Here we finna get like a whole like album on some rap god shit. And then it ended up, like Eddie said, it was like super conceptual. I liked how he brought back like the whole Slim Shady Marshall Mathers thing. And the conflict between it kept me entertained. It kept me entertained for sure. Like kept me in there. The features, love the features in there.
Yeah, features were fire. Features
saved a lot of shit. It's just, but it also remind me of why I'll be fucking with Eminem like that. Cause like it be them little worm noises and them little horns and shit that he be putting in the beats. Like for real,
what do you mean? Be specific. What do you mean?
Like brand new dance.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
Like that nigga was walking. Bro, it sounded like that nigga was walking around in clown shoes.
I'm fucking dead. That's hilarious.
And then fucking Road Rage.
I didn't know that's what drew you off about Eminem. That's crazy.
Wait, Road Rage is Dr. Dre.
Hey, well, fuck. I know that nigga was touching the knobs and shit when Dre left the room. I know for a fact.
All right, we got it.
That was hilarious. Oh man. He said M was messing with it when Dre was
he had to be. And then but I will say on Road Rage when he brought back the juvenile shit, that was hard.
Hell
that
yeah.
was hard.
Hell
That was
yeah.
hard. I fucked with that. So
I
it's
definitely
like,
want to get it a little bit more into Road Rage when we do that top 5.
So wait,
yeah,
so are you basically saying you just don't like when Eminem is like that funny, goofy self? Because I do agree that's my least favorite part of Eminem, but I don't take that as a whole. Like I look at when I think of Eminem, I think of like all the classic hits as he has, like the battles as he's been in and he's held up. It seems like you don't check for Eminem because you're gonna hear one of them goofy ass songs.
it's like honestly, bro. Like when that like worm noise and when like it be just he just pick a random fucking noise that don't belong there
But
and he
but
throw it in the beat and it's like drinking lemonade and a fly keeps trying to get in your shit. Like you just trying to enjoy it and it's like
but
what the
that's
fuck
such a
is that?
but that's
Like
such a small sample size of him.
but
It is.
but if nah, it's more than that. It be some song. It be a see you desensitized to it. Like you callous to a
Ah,
lot of them noises. Callous,
I'm
it's a
numb to
lot of
him, huh?
it's a lot of them shits in there, bro. But his lyricism, like when his lyricism come into it and shit, like he don't get me wrong, he got slaps. But it's some shit on here. I done named like two. I think it's a few more where it be like on Road Rage with they like what is that? Nigga like you hear I'm like, what is that? Like and it
I
be
mean,
like,
I
I'm
mean,
not
I'm
trying
not.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean, I haven't been a fan of this new Eminem. This is like one of like this album is the first album I've liked of his in a very long time, very long time.
You didn't like
Yeah.
Music to Be Murdered By or
I
Kamikaze?
don't. I didn't. I just wasn't. It just like it was good, but like I don't go back to it. You know.
Yeah, I feel
I
it.
like what was the one before that with the plane Kamikaze?
Yeah, Kamikaze.
Like I wasn't a fan of that either. Like that. It's because I feel like
Kamikaze is fire.
I feel like Eminem's flow just has changed.
Yeah,
He's just very like he's like trying to prove to you that he read a whole thesaurus. You know,
It's yeah.
like
It's impressive rap. Like it's this
yeah.
impressive rap. Like
But like it's like to me, I felt like old Eminem was very multi-dimensional. I feel like now I don't know, he kind of sticks in that box. Like it's just different. I know that's like
I
a
know
different state
exactly
of
what it
Eminem.
is.
But not
Yeah,
saying that those are bad. I just don't go back to them, you know.
or like you
yeah,
be vibing or like it almost be like fuck like because the shit kind of be like satire in a way in a
Yeah.
lot of ways. So it'd be like you be listening to some shit and then you realize this nigga's making fun of some shit and then you feel dumb for vibing to some shit that he making fun of. Like he making fun and you vibing to the
Yeah,
devil.
no, for
I don't know
real,
how
for
to say
real.
this, man, but you know what I'm saying? Like
No, I totally get it.
it's yeah.
Like when you listen to like I don't know, but like what I'm saying is like sometimes I go back to like the D12 album. Cause like D12 album to me is like almost peak Eminem. Like he is flowing on that album. And like I'll obviously the Eminem show is one of my favorite albums of all time. But like that's what kind of like this album did kind of remind me of that. Like Guilty Conscience too. Man, that shit took me back, bro. That was such a I was waiting to see if Dre was gonna pop up. I swear. I was
yeah,
on edge. But like
yeah.
it was just them two and like I was like, damn, this for sure is old Eminem.
That shows hey that bar where he was like what he say? Like I'll shoot the fade with Dre. Like he
Oh,
was just trying to catch smoke with everybody on this. Like he named so many motherfucking people on this shit. It was
yeah, like
crazy.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool, man. I liked it. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed
And don't and let me clear the air before we go any further. Like I fucking got hella respect for Eminem. Like I study. Like when I say I don't check for him, like I know he's who you gotta study when it comes to lyricists. Like you really gotta study his craft, his technique. But them motherfucking synthesizer horns and them other it just it'd be one instrument he picked and he just like to throw it in there and I just question
yeah,
some of his I question some of his instrument selections a lot.
yeah. So yeah, I agree with a lot of the points you're saying about the production for sure. And he's got like songs like that, like Smack That and like all that. it's crazy because he's such a dope producer outside of his own stuff. Like when he produces for other artists, he has one of the most slept on like production credits ever.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that he's produced for like Jay and Nas and like just everybody, and even some of the stuff for himself, like "Till I Collapse" is an Eminem beat. Like it, he's capable of producing at like a high clip. But like you said, when he's Slim Shady, it's just kind of he kind of
Yeah.
throws in it. But I think that's like that's niche. That's the persona, right? So
It's yeah.
he kind of like I didn't have a lot of faith that he could put together a conceptual album as tight knit as this, right? He always does like these loose concepts that are just kind of based around certain themes, like rather than concepts, it's like themes to the album or whatever. But I mean, he executed this concept fucking great. This is the best concept M album ever. I don't think he's ever had a piece of work that's been like this cohesive.
Right.
Yeah, so like to that, he automatically gets kudo points in my book. For that. But I mean, as far as like everything together, I can see how Eddie's saying like the replay value is an issue. There's a lot of songs that like takes me back to like the Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady, and Eminem show. But it's just like, how long am I gonna replay these? And before I before I give in too much praise, like if I hear one more Caitlyn Jenner bar, I'm gonna fucking like lose it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like we talk about criticisms of the album, that's my number one criticism album. Like if I hear another fucking Jenner bar, like it's like okay. By like the eighth song, it's like we get it. Like, and I don't know if that's like the only transgender person he knows or like that he thinks that's the only one that exists.
She took
Or
buzz for
like what
everybody.
Most famous one.
yeah. Like
Hey.
I don't want to hear it no more. But that's like really honestly, that's my only criticism. Like I didn't and I messed myself up because the week was slow as far as music goes. So leading up to it, I listened to Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show, and Slim Shady LP, and it's just like Eddie was saying, that's not the same. Like it's not the same. Like we're listening to a totally different person, which is it's granted because with all the success, all the life experiences and stuff like that, that's to be expected. But like the hunger that's in the Eminem show and the Marshall Mathers LP is like crazy. Like listening to The Way I Am and then listening to any song on this album, it's like okay, like obviously he's lost a step, but when you just listen to him lyrically, it's like okay, he hasn't lost a step. He's just like playing around with the English language at this point. Like he doesn't have many life experiences that he's talking about like he used to. It's just I'm bored. I still want to rap, and like like Eddie said, just I want to prove I read a thesaurus. It's just like I'm ready to just like play around with the English language. That's
Yeah.
just pretty much what it is. And I like that, but it's just like it's kind of difficult comparing, like especially me listening to stuff like that leading up to the album. Just my mind just goes into comparison. So as much as I like the album, I know Eddie said like top five M album. I don't know, but
Why you ain't going to it fresh? Like, why you just listen with fresh ears? Like,
I
what
was
made you want
hyped. I was
to? Yeah.
hyped. I was hyped. And then to hear that it was a conceptual album like the day before or 2 days before or whatever, he had him, Royce, and Skylar post like, "Oh, it's a conceptual album. You got to listen to it." And like that shit made me way more hype. I'm like, "Fuck!" I'm itching to hear the new M. So I'm like, "Well, let me go back." I even went back to Kamikaze, and like Kamikaze is more of this new style M, but like that shit is dope too. Which I think I might like this more than Kamikaze, but um, just getting out of the comparison. Um, as far as the concept, I really want to give like props on that concept because he's the only artist that can do this because he's the only artist that has spent most of his career creating these three separate personas, right? And you say like with the production and the worm noises and all of that, that's like that's Slim, like that's
It's
Slim
on
Shady,
brand.
like
It's on brand.
yeah,
I
it's
get
his
that. I get
own
that.
thing. Like whereas like me as a listener, I don't really care for it either. But like Eddie was saying, it just comes with the package because that is the Slim persona. And everybody, you kind of look forward to seeing all of M's personas on an album. Like
Yeah.
if a Slim Shady song come on, it's just like people are hyped because it's like, that's old M. He's gonna play around, he's gonna have some shock value. Like he creates an excitement around these three personas. And I don't think there's any artists, I don't even know if there's any artists in music that have created personas like this, this distinct,
Yeah.
and done over this amount of time. So that's what allows the concept to be handled in such a way where this album works so well. And then when you talk about the times of the post cancel culture and all of that stuff, it's just kind of like everything kind of works so well together. And then how he executed on the album, like you said, the features, the chronological order of the skits, and then bringing it all together at Guilty Conscious too is just like that shit is like, well, you know how they say this is cinema? Like this shit was
Mhm.
cinema, low key.
Yeah. It
Like
was.
this shit was perfect as far as a concept goes. It's as good as you're gonna get, as far as the Eminem concept. But yeah, I think it was a great album. I think it was a great album. I'm not sure how much I'll go back to it. I spent it all through the weekend. Of course, I ran it back just constantly Friday, but it's a great album. I can see how it's so much. It's been kind of dominating the internet. I don't know what Pitchfork is doing over there, but it's definitely not a 4.8. But yeah, really good album. I'll return to a couple of the songs, especially when I'm in like an Eminem mood. I definitely will run a couple of these back. I thought it was kind of he he kind of played to nostalgia a lot on this album too, because it's like with the Slim stuff, with the M stuff, even Road Rage. Like you made fun of the production, but that sounds like such a Marshall Mathers LP song. And then throwing the Haley track on towards the end. Like he always used to have those tracks in his early albums, that kind of like pull on your heartstrings a little bit between him and Haley. But the whole album just felt like such a nostalgic M album too. And that's what I mean. That obviously gets points from me for that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't think like to follow up on it. I don't think he lost a step. Like because I think like if you're an Eminem fan, this you gonna let this shit. You gonna fuck with this shit hard.
yeah,
And like what's the album where you don't that's what the fuck which shit? That's the Marshall
that's
Mathers
Marshall
LP.
Mathers LP.
I
Yeah,
think that's his best shit. I don't think it's better than that, but this shit up there. And
yeah,
yeah, I don't think he's lost a step. It helped me like as I was listening through the album, it also helped me understand, even though I'm not a fan of like how his cadences is and how new M is rapping, it also I had to take some time to step back and think like this guy's been rapping for almost 30 years. Like this is somebody that's just looking for fresh new ideas and ways to do something. Like I think he might be like at this point, who cares if fucking people like it? I just want to do shit that's just not there anymore. And that
yeah,
or shit that's never not there anymore, but shit that's never happened. We're just trying to find new land or new ground. Like I always talk about new frontier. Like I think he's trying to push as far as that, and I can respect that. Is it for me? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I say that. Like I don't know if it's this is my soup, my cup of tea. There was some shit I liked in here. You know what I mean? I got a couple glasses, but I don't know if I'm gonna take the whole bottle.
yeah. And I mean, just to clarify too, I don't think he lost a step. I think
Yeah.
it's just such a different. It's just such a different viewpoint, and like I said, life experiences there. That hunger, it can't be there anymore. And like, do we really want that type of hunger from our legends? Like, we don't want them. You know, like you don't want to see it. Like, think about it. The Marshall Mathers LP and stuff is revolving around the like basically baby mama drama and mom drama and court cases and like I- who wants to hear a 50-year-old 52-year-old going through shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't really
Yeah.
want our legends to be rapping about shit like that, but it's just different. That's all I mean. Not that he lost a step, it's just like a different. Yeah, he's in his early 50s.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, I hope I got that age right. I'm pretty sure he's over 50. But yeah, moving on. Top 5 songs on the album. What do y'all have and why? Eddie? Yeah.
Top
Go
5.
first.
Man. I would probably say, okay, Fuel, 100%. This is no particular order. Fuel, Guilty Conscious 2, Brand New Dance, Road Rage. I like Brand New Dance. I don't think it's that bad, man. And
Nah, it just make me laugh. That song make me laugh like a little.
no. Okay.
That's
So
what it's
Fuel.
for.
So that was 4, right?
Now it's 3.
Oh no. So
Sorry.
okay. So Fuel, Road Rage, Guilty Conscious 2, Brand New Dance, and then I go back and forth on this one. The Haley song, Somebody Save Me, or Lucifer.
Okay.
I go back and forth to this one. That Haley song is so deep, like saying sorry to her, saying sorry to I believe the uncle, right?
Yeah, that's the family song, right? There's a Haley song on there too. It's just two separate ones.
Well, no, I'm
But
talking
Somebody
about,
Save Me is an everybody
no,
song.
for
Yeah,
Somebody
there's a
Save Me. That's
whole-
the one I'm talking about
Yeah,
because the
Okay.
way he apologizes, like to Haley and the
Yeah.
uncle and just everybody, man.
The
That's
daughters, yeah.
but yeah, I usually don't put like, I don't know, that's like a it's a pretty, but Lucifer to me, man, I don't know if y'all like that one. I don't know how much thought you put into that one, but man, that is, if I were to put that in order, that could be top, like, that could be a top tier song. But yeah, I go between back and forth of those, but that's probably mine. I had to put one of them funky Eminem songs in there, so.
Yeah. It's crazy too because like it seems like he got like 2 extra daughters out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he
okay.
adopted them.
Yeah.
So no, yeah. So he adopted them from basically Kim, Haley's mom, had a daughter who, when they reconciled, he legally adopted, and then Kim's sister, who was an addict, kind of I don't know if she lost a kid or what, like whatever the case, but Eminem adopted that child as well. So that's where the other, he basically is like took everybody in, basically. So he made sure the kids were straight.
That's fire. Fire.
Yeah. So, and I there's some other, with the brother and stuff like that. But yeah. Jason, what are your top 5 songs?
Man, I'm kind of torn. Because like there are some songs that I liked, but then there are some songs I heard and I was like, oh, this is a Caucasian banger. Like
what?
Like somebody like
that is some crazy work right there.
Caucasian.
Oh my gosh. Talk about being sensitive.
Caucasian. Hey, we talk about Eminem. Hey,
man, Pitchfork ain't gonna like this.
You know what a Caucasian banger is? Somebody save
Pitchfork gave this a 2 out of
10. Somebody save me. Woo! Like, bruh. Or I say, or like on like the country vibes or like the rock vibes. Hey, I'm not even trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I
need you to elaborate.
Yeah, man, what you
saying?
No.
Get your point out. Yeah, because get your point out, and then I need to ask.
Like I know, because I was thinking about too, like Eminem, he kind of got, it's almost like a genre, like if you a fan of like that rockish rap, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know
that grittiness. Like, if you like, you know what I'm talking about, man. Cause all right, I can't. The only thing that comes to my mind is Caucasian bangers. Like these hit, bro. Like a Caucasian slap, bro. Like It's that shit hit. Like it's a banger. Like this shit hard. Like that's what I mean. Like
give me an example. Give me an example. Of that. Like, give me a song.
Like somebody save me. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Like you.
What about the one?
This? You gonna listen to
okay.
this, and then you go cue up some Kid Rock right after that, and then you go cue up some and then Jelly Roll. Then you go cue up some Then see, I'm drawing a blank because y'all put me on the spot, but you know what I'm talking about. And if you gonna leave me on this hill, then I'm gonna stand on this hill. Are you tripping?
I think what you mean is stadium music.
Bro.
So it's like, all right. So usually Skylar Grey is like a cheat code to.
Okay. Give me.
But I know what Jason is talking about.
What about
white people gonna love these songs?
What about
Survival of the Fittest?
What about Rescue Me from Slaughterhouse?
Yeah.
Okay, but they're all black.
Wait. You talking about no. I'm thinking of a different song.
No, hold on.
Thinking of a different song. I never heard that song. I'm thinking of a different.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sean?
He's just I do. But I think he's just using. Let me say,
bro,
save his ass.
No, hold on. I think what you mean is stadium. I know what you're saying, but what you mean is stadium music. It's like the Scarlet Grey. It's the Won't Back Down. It's the Survival of the Fittest. It's like the heavy, like rock hard Eminem. Like it's stadium music.
Yeah,
it's stuff that like when
I'm just gonna say
it's stadium music. It's not Caucasian bangers.
Music that white people
like why you made that term up in your head, I don't know.
I heard this because I didn't want to just say white. I didn't want to just say white. I just want to say white bangers. White bangers sound crazy to me. That sounded crazy to me, so I said I tried to keep it polite. Hey,
that's nasty work, bro.
Hey, man, look. Hey, man.
Caucasian bangers. Crazy.
Wait, what?
That's the craziest thing I ever heard when describing music.
Hey,
Caucasian bangers is crazy.
Because it's a banger, like banger is in like you just slap. It's a slap. It's a hit.
But only white people like
a bop. No, I'm just saying like not only white people are gonna like this. Like of course everybody can like it, but it's a yeah. When I heard it, I was like, oh shit. When I heard it, I was like, oh shit, white people gonna go crazy. Like white people gonna go crazy when they hear this. Like the same way.
Like Sweet Home Alabama.
Bro, they gonna vibe to that. Like the same way when Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, we was like, oh, the hood gonna go crazy. When I heard that, I said, oh.
Okay.
They're going crazy.
Now that Jason pointed that out, that Not Like Us, the hood gonna go crazy. I kind of get what he's saying now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know what he's saying, but he's just saying it wrong.
Hey, I apologize if I didn't say that right, but I apologize. Like, I really wasn't, you know what I mean? But, hey.
That shit was crazy.
Let's keep it. Hey, there's some people watching this and they're going to be appalled. And then there's some people watching this and they're going to be like, yup. They're going to be like, yup.
Oh, man. I hope the comments is lit.
Hey, man. People,
yeah, we definitely need comments on if y'all know what Caucasian bangers.
Hey, my white side. Hey, just saying, my white.
List your favorite Caucasian banger in the comments.
I'll list mine.
Hey, chat. Drop your favorite Caucasian banger in the chat right now.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm putting Creed.
Okay.
Creed.
Man.
Throw some Nickelback in there. Some Linkin Park.
Oh shit.
Okay. I feel you on that.
Yeah. So let me finish my list.
Please
Oh,
do.
snap.
Let's please get off of this
I'm
subject.
dead, bro.
So but look, not like hold on, they made me click out. I thought Lucifer was my favorite beat on there.
Okay, that's
Let me see. I love Guilty Conscience. Guilty Conscience was a whole scene. That was so dope. I loved all the skits. Fuel's crazy. Jid goes crazy. Jid is Jid. Like
hey, who killed who on that song though?
That's what I
Wait.
wanted to. That's what I wanted to get into.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
I wanted, yeah.
Into it. It's not
We
even
definitely gonna get to it.
How we
It
gonna get
is
to it?
features. We're gonna talk about it in the features.
It made me. I'll say this. It made me like. It was like, ooh, like. And this might, like, I don't want to say Jid won, but it was more of like, ooh, that was a good spar match. I wish if M was a few years younger, like, would have got that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, it was a good, like the young buck was gassing and the older OG was they was both doing their thing. It was just more like Jid kind of catching him at an older time, you know, like he still, I don't. Well, I don't know who won. It was just more of like, I know M. If Jill would have caught M in like the 2000, how would this have played out? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So that's all I kind of thought about it. But
All right, how many you got?
Oh, my bad. And I was just gonna say, I'm cool. I'm cool. It's good. I done said enough, man. I'm dead.
Get your shit off.
Nah, I might.
Go on, get your shit off.
If I don't talk the rest of this episode, y'all know why. It's cool.
Get your shit off.
I ain't saying shit, man. Nah, evil, like it's funny. Like evil's the one hook that's stuck in my head. Like I be just thinking that shit, and I freaking
yeah.
So album's a movie though, man. Damn, I said too much, y'all.
Was that 5? You ain't saying too much. That shit came out of nowhere. That's cool.
Hey,
Pod today.
Caucasian bangers.
Oh shit. All right, let me get into my 5. All right, no order. Habits. I got Fuel. Just like I said, we'll get into the JID Eminem thing. I like Road Rage. I don't care what Jason say. Road Rage is dope to me. And then
I like Road Rage a lot.
Hey, Road Rage is hard. And then the juvenile shit at the end, that shit came out of complete left field, but it was dope. Guilty Conscience too, that concept, like the way that's done, in the place that it's done, and how it's done, just literally pulls everything together. Like without that song, the concept doesn't work as well. And then that play on nostalgia as well. And then so I don't know, like my last two is it should be last one, but I can't pick between Evil and Lucifer. Like those are M is so comfortable on those songs too. It's like such an Eminem pocket, and I like both of those hooks. They're just like well executed. I love both of those songs. I know those were the ones you guys were kind of battling with too a little bit, but yeah, Evil and Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer might be my favorite. Lucifer and Evil might be low key my favorite, and then Road Rage, Fuel, and then the Haley joints too. I kind of left that out. Such a well done song.
You're over them. You're over Haley joints.
They're tough, man. They're tough.
Yeah. It's not even all right. So with the Haley joints, it's not that I'm over them. I like them a lot. They're such like well put together songs, but to me, these ones feel a little bit more out of place than previous Haley songs because of what we were talking about earlier with the personal aspect of the album. Like Eminem show, for example. Like M is talking about a lot of personal things leading up to Haley's song. So it's like this is not necessarily like there's nothing personal in the album at all. And then you get hit with a Haley song that's like super deep, super personal. It just kind of feels like you know, and it's typical him, like I said, it's nostalgia. Like that's what you kind of come to expect. Um, and towards the end of the album too, that's what you expect. But it just that song felt more out of place, as good of a song as it is, than previous Haley songs. But it's still a great song. It's so well written, well put together. The recordings are like just straight pulling on the heartstrings and stuff. But yeah, that's the reason why it didn't make my list.
I came into this fresh too. I forgot about the Haley bangers. I forgot
Yeah,
about
Haley
the
got
Haley
bangers.
joint. I forgot
Especially
about
My Dad Is Gone Crazy. That was Haley's first hit. Or was it her first hit? Was she on the Slim Shady LP?
Yeah, I thought she.
Y'all know
No,
off the
wait,
top
was
of your
she?
head?
Yeah,
I know she was on Marshall Mathers with My Dad's Gone Crazy and
Oh no, then she wasn't.
the other
She
one,
wasn't.
but yeah, maybe that was Haley's first hit was Criminal. But or My Dad's Gone Crazy, I mean.
yeah.
But yeah, so I know Jason already kind of touched on the production a little bit, but I just want to open up the floor for production in general. Maybe y'all have some favorites or some shit y'all didn't like. I know Jason Jason already.
I mean, I think the production was cool. I don't think it was like great.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Um, I mean, my favorite produced song is Fuel. I love the production of Fuel. Um,
That's a Mr. Porter beat, by the way.
oh, it is.
Yeah, Mr. Porter and him.
Oh shoot. Okay, so that's like little. That's my favorite production on the album. I love Renaissance production. That's why when like I texted you, I was like, oh my gosh, Eminem is back. That's because the first two songs started off so hot. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, Fuel and Renaissance. But again, I don't think this is like a production wise. Like I don't think it's anything like great. I mean, there's pockets of greatness, but I thought it was a really good produced album. I think Eminem's concept made the album. I don't think more so. I don't really think the production is what really made the album stand out. I think it was the features, the rhyme scheme, and the concept. But
Yeah. Yeah, definitely concept heavy. I thought that might have been why the production was kind of, I don't want to say
it's
not
cool.
lacking, but it was just, yeah,
It
it
was
was
cool.
more in the concept of the album.
Yeah,
So
one hundred
yeah, it
percent. Yeah,
helps the concept work.
that's what I'm saying. You can't you can't put a heavy drum Kendrick Lamar produced song in this type of album. You feel me? Like with the trumpets and the horns and the drums. Like
Mhm.
it would have felt out of place. You know whose production probably would have suited well for this album is Metro.
Mm,
I could see a Metro
that's interesting.
Metro beat on this album.
Wow.
And you know
Yeah.
why I say that is because I really like the second album of his and Future, where the production was a little bit more deep. It was more melodic, whereas the first
Mhm.
album was very upbeat, heavy, kind of like kind of bangers, general
Yeah.
bangers. But I thought the production was cool. It had to be very how can I say it? Very strategic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
was
think
kind of
yeah.
looking for an Alchemist beat too, just because of the feel of the album. And
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe Alchemist is on so many products, um, production credits. Recently, it's like you kind of expect like there to be a Hit Boy or Alchemist beat in there somewhere because they're
yeah.
on so much shit. But it felt like an Alchemist beat was coming. But yeah,
Yeah, I thought, yeah,
Jason,
like
what do
you
you?
said, I thought it was. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
So nobody cared for Toby, huh?
yeah, Toby
You're
was
right.
dope.
You're right.
Toby was
Yeah,
dope.
you're absolutely right.
Toby
And
was dope.
y'all didn't like Head Honcho with that Easy Mill kid?
It was cool.
Ed Honcho was cool. It
What
was cool.
language was he rapping in?
Was that not Spanish? I don't
I
know.
don't. Well,
I don't know.
I was because I was reading like I was going with the words and I was looking at the words. I was like, that don't look like Spanish. Like
Let me see.
it was,
I, I don't know.
but
I'm completely ignorant to all language, not all languages, but I mean,
but
it sounded like Spanish to me. Portuguese, maybe. I don't know. Throwing
Wait,
shit at the
where's the
wall
song?
now. Head honcho.
Right here,
It's
yeah.
towards the middle. Yeah. But yeah. Um, as far as like the production, I like as a general thing on the production. Like I said, M is just he has his hand in pretty much every beat on this album too. By the way, he's got credits on every beat pretty much. As
That's in
far as I
Spanish.
remember,
Oh,
it's Spanish. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's why I figured it was
oh,
Spanish.
yeah. Okay, he was busting.
Hey, do
Yeah,
you still listen to these songs on Tidal?
yeah,
So
yeah.
when you go on Tidal and like Apple Music will tell you who wrote the song, who for like
Mhm.
writing credits. Does it tell you who produced the song on Tidal?
Yeah, so production, composer, writer, like literally every kind of credit you could think of on a song,
So
it tells
so
you.
if M produced a song, it will say like Eminem, Mr. Porter, or
Yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, it'll say
And that's
yeah,
it.
it says Mr. Porter or yeah, like I think Somebody Saved Me was him and Benny Blanco. It says Eminem, Benny Blanco, and I think it has another person's credit in there too.
You know what would
But
be dope
yeah,
if
it lists everybody.
yeah, it would be dope if a company did does Tidal do like, okay, this is where some of the songs were sampled from, and it shows you the
Yeah,
song.
so they don't separate it, but it's in there. So you'll get like um under lyricist, I think, because it has like writer and it has lyricist and then it has like performing artist, right? So I think or it has writer and performing artist. So you'll get a lot of the sample credits are under writer.
Oh, that's
Mm.
dope.
So that's why you'll get like a sicko mode with 30 writers because half of it is because of samples and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're yeah, like you can kind of tell too. Like if it's got somebody from the 80s or some shit, where you're like, okay, that's a sample. But if it's got like JID's name or
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like you're like, okay, he's getting the credit for the verse. It's kind of it's a little more simple to tell when you look at it a lot more. But yeah, they separated in a lot of different categories. But yeah, I just wanted to point out too, Dre on Lucifer and Road Rage, Mr. Porter on Fuel, Benny Blanco on Somebody Save Me, but M literally has credits for pretty much every beat too. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with Eddie too, where it's like it was a really good produced album, but it's nothing like that's crazy that like really stands out, but it all fits and allows the concept to work so well.
Yeah, I feel like you couldn't make nothing go too. Everything kind of had to gel, and
Mhm.
that might like you can't just throw a crazy, super crazy. Yeah, but there are hitters in there still with the. Are you keeping it in a box at that point, or is it like a boundary
I
that you're
feel like it
creating
was
it?
in a box until after Guilty Conscious too, and then that's when we got like the Haley songs, and it kind of like flourished a little bit at the end.
Um, I don't know if this goes under features or like production in a way, but I wish there was more white gold on this album.
More
I
wait,
think
what?
more white
More
gold.
white gold.
Oh,
The vocalists on
He's
here.
he's a vocalist. He
I
did
just
the
I
hook
just
for
yeah.
one of
He,
those.
his presence was just like it wasn't it would have been cool for him to be like the Janae Aiko to Kendrick on this album, like just to vocally like just kind of sing throughout it. Like I just liked his voice and his presence and just kind of how he was with the concepts. I feel like they write things real quick and like that's just, I don't know. It would have been cool to see him like on a couple. I'm glad he showed up twice, but it would have been cool to see him a little more through. There's a couple hooks I feel like he could have knocked out too.
Yeah.
That's a little
Yeah, no,
personal
it
choice.
was he was on Habits,
Hmm.
which I think that song made my top five mostly because of the hook too, because that
Hmm.
hook was just so well. It's low key like he kind of gives off um, like a classic kind of like M vibe as far as like hooks go, like
Hmm.
how the hooks were done. But yeah, no, definitely, I do think White Gold was definitely positive spot on the album. Did y'all have any standout bars or verses throughout the album, other than any Chris Jenner bars?
I mean, the only standout bar that I mean, his rhyme scheme is so crazy. It's like, where do you even start? But
Yeah.
the one where he talks about Kendrick and like basically making fun of like the critics, people that say
Mhm.
that it's boring and stuff like that. Shout basically low key shouting out Kendrick. You know, um, but I think like that has to be a standout because a lot of the blogs and Twitter space and just online, they took that bar and they try to turn it into something that it wasn't, saying, oh, Eminem said Kendrick's last album is boring, but
Yeah.
in reality, like, he's just basically giving him props,
I
but
love how that kind of proved a lot of people who claim they listen and shit were so wrong because it was so obvious, but they were just going based off of, uh, a quote that people were reposting on Twitter. And it was kind of making fun of them, low key, because they're the same type of listeners that complain like that. But yeah, I thought that was a cool little internet moment over the weekend.
yeah, but that's kind of like the one that stood out to me.
Yeah. Jason, you have anything stand out as far as bars or verses?
Do I? Um, bro, the one where he said about Christopher Reeves, like where he said you only got to do it once, but it's a banger, like, but it's a hit, like,
Oh man, yeah.
and then
That Christopher Reeves, yeah, classic slam.
um, and it's so many. I'm just yeah, it's so many bars, but just like you said in the first, I felt kind of attacked a little in the first song, kind of going into it as like a quote unquote like hater in this, like if you will, and like kind of just how he got in all the critics, like and fuck what you think, and this is how y'all listen, and y'all don't even kind of like just getting at everybody. It kind of made me like, oh shit, okay, like let me tighten up real quick, like it made
Yeah,
me straight up a little bit, yeah, like how it was real smart how he did that. Um, like I'm literally trying to look for bars right now, and all I hear is half a bag of Viagra. Like that's all that's in my mind as I'm trying to find it. So I'm just yeah, but just it's bars everywhere, everywhere. Big Sean barred up. Big Sean has some standout bars on there too.
yeah,
Good to see him.
I think I think that's I think that's pretty dope of M to like obviously like Big Sean hasn't really been like out there like that anymore. Like, he's not really dropping music or whatever, but I feel like kudos to Eminem for like, hey, like, a Detroit legend, like let's hop on a song together, and a banger too. Like
hmm
still like at the same sense that we're talking about Eminem reminded people like, hey, I'm still that dude. Same thing with Big Sean. Like when he wants to get in his bag every once in a while, he's going to get in his bag.
yeah,
Like Big Sean got it like that too.
Thank you.
yeah. And Baby Tron got off too. So did y'all, while we on standout bars and verses, did y'all get a chance to listen to the bonus tracks?
I did. Those
Because
were
I know they were difficult to, yeah,
I didn't.
they were difficult to find though. Because I know they're not on Tidal. I don't know if
Nah,
they're on
those were
Apple Music.
fire. Those man,
Yeah,
I forgot. I completely
that
forgot
two
about those.
chains. Hey, that two chains one is hard. I had to go to YouTube, but yeah, that two chains one
That's why
was
I haven't
crazy.
really listened to them
Kyrie and
much
Luca.
because like somebody put them out on Twitter and then linked it to YouTube and then like
Yeah,
a day later they were gone.
yeah, yeah. They're not on title at all, but yeah, that Kyrie and Luca go crazy,
I might just need to get a YouTube Music app.
man.
Nah, he had a bar. What did he say? Baby Tron got off on that song.
Yeah, Baby
And
Tron did. He actually, that verse actually I might check for Babytron a little more.
He said, what did he say? Where did he say? Where he said he'll make niggas eat metal like the Iron Giant? And, I felt, where did he say that? Yeah. And then he said, then he said Iron Giant. Then he said a Flintstones line. Where is it? Oh, yeah, he said ride around with the Iron Giant, make him eat metal, watch I'll break him down to 3 pebbles, bam, bam, down to 3 grand slam, 4 pockets. That nigga went crazy. Like,
Yeah, he was gone.
Almost lost a fucking lip saying that shit. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, nah, he definitely. All right, so best feature from the album. I personally think JID. Is everybody in agreement?
Yeah, I would say so.
Agreement? Yeah.
Give it to the kid more.
All right, so now JID or M, who had the best verse on that album?
I'm gonna say M. I mean, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna say M. Wait, no. Wait. I'm gonna say M.
Yeah. I think it's so close.
It's so close. It's so
close.
It's so close. Because honestly, you could go through the song and pick a bar from JID and just be like, oh man. Like,
yeah.
But then you listen to M's part, and because M came second. I think that to me was the deciding factor, is the fact that he came second. And I think honestly, you can't go wrong, but whoever comes second on that song, that's who takes the cake.
That's what, because every time I listen to it over,
here we go.
Wait.
The Caucasian banger came out second.
No, hey, it is a Caucasian banger. Let's not get that mixed up. Certified Caucasian banger. But from experience, well, I gotta know if Jed did his verse and then sent it, and then Eminem got to sit with it for how long, and then
it depends.
That's the thing.
You speaking on hypotheticals though? No,
yeah, for real. Yeah, like you don't know.
Ignore that. How long that?
But historically, whoever anchors the song,
that's what I'm
saying. Whoever
saying.
anchors the song is like, that's the one. He's the guy on the song.
Bro, and
I honestly, see what you're saying.
Hey, Jason,
but M could have sent him that with his verse.
Jason, honestly, even if he did do that, let's say he did do that, who cares? It's his album.
I care. I care.
Jackson don't want to do that to him.
I need
Jackson,
to know.
Hey, the way he said it
done to him.
I need to know.
He said, I care.
I care. This message is
but for real though. But for real, this is his album. Isn't this his choosing of how to the placement, whatever the mixing, whatever it may be? I don't know. You know, I'm not too knowledgeable about this, but it's his album, and I think because he did put him second, or he put himself second, I guess hypothetically. But honestly, like Sean said, it's literally 50-50. And the reason I think M is because he came on last. That's literally it.
Every time I listen to the song, I hear JID's verse, and I'm like,
exactly.
You got him. And then M comes on, and I'm like, well, exactly. M probably got him. Like, it's the last and it's every time. Bro. Yeah, it's every time.
Hey, and
whoever I'm listening to.
Hey, and I don't know how many bars M spit, but I think he spit way more than JID.
He did.
Probably.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And that's where I'm kind of at too. Like with these things, and I know there's no rules to it, but I kind of felt a little some type of way when I seen M had a longer verse.
I feel you, because I feel like that's a thing between
Jason.
Like that's a thing for some artists, but think about it. You're sending a verse to Eminem. If you're not going crazy on that shit, just don't send it. It's
He did go
M.
crazy though, but he did go crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, if you don't think you can't be
Bro,
outdone,
hold
you
on,
shouldn't send it
hold
in.
on, Jason,
Like,
Jason.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
already just that last, yeah, just pick.
In my heart of heart, I'm willing to bet Jid sent his first.
Who we don't
Because
pick.
I
Oh
guarantee
yeah, who got who?
no. Because
I feel you.
I
I feel
guarantee
you.
that if M,
All right.
I guarantee that if M would have sent the verse first, the tables would have turned,
Bro,
and it would
all
be
right.
Jid with a longer verse, and he would have got M.
Okay, you're right. Let's say he did do that. So now who got the better of who?
I'm gonna say Jid.
That
Jid because he
Okay.
did more with
you're
less
not
space.
wrong.
Yeah,
But you're not.
exactly.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is.
How do you guys feel? I don't even want to do this, but how do y'all feel this stacks against his most recent projects? I think I know where everybody
Wait,
stands by now.
most recent or
His most recent projects. I don't want to compare it to 30 years of music.
I will. He's got
Go ahead.
this is album number 11, right? This is album
Yeah.
number 11. Bro, this is
Not including D12, yeah.
this is easily number 4. Easily.
Okay, so
Eminem show,
Eminem show, Marshall
Mathers LP, Slim Shady LP,
Slim Shady LP,
and then this one, The Death of Slim Shady, easily. And
Okay.
then Encore number 5. Actually,
Encore number 5.
Yeah, actually, Encore was kind of shitty.
Well, Encore was trash. That's to me is his worst
you're right.
album
You're
down
right.
there.
Hey, the only reason I said Encore is because I wasn't a fan of his like newer ones, you know. So like honestly,
Yeah,
I honestly don't care what goes number 5 because to me,
Yeah.
I haven't really cared for Eminem album since what's it called? Since the Eminem show.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, I think I personally like Relapse. Think it's pretty underrated, but I mean, if we doing, I don't want to do the whole thing, but if we doing the whole thing, 4 or 5 is cool with me. 4 or 5 is cool. I think Kamikaze is a lot better than what you remember.
I gotta listen to it again, man.
Yeah,
hey,
I think Kamikaze is better than what you remember.
Did you like Revival?
No, I didn't like Revival.
Okay.
To me, that's his.
What about
that and Encore? His 2 worst.
What about Marshall Mathers LP2? Did you like that one?
I thought it was good. Yeah.
Like good
it was
like
good.
Did you thought like you thought it was okay?
No, it's towards the back. It's towards the back of his catalog, but I thought it was really good.
I mean, I guess I could give you Relapse because that
he got some shit on Marshall Mathers LP too.
I didn't like Recovery. I wasn't a fan of Recovery. It was really whatever.
Yeah, Recovery was just okay.
But you know what? I feel like if I listen to Relapse, I think I'll have a better not understanding of it, but what's the word I'm trying to say? Just like
better appreciation.
Not just like a better attachment to it because that was his first album after Encore, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel like I got to listen to it, but I easily this is like number 4 to me on my list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of with you 4 or 5 range. I really lean towards Kamikaze though.
You know what? I'm gonna listen to Relapse tomorrow. I'm 100%.
Yeah, Relapse is like it's a Slim Shady album, low key.
Yeah,
like the shit he talking about. There's that one song.
I remember you were at my house when we first listened to it.
Yeah, his production is dope as shit on there. Yeah. The production on Relapse is dope. But yeah, Jason, I know you you don't really be checking for him, but don't give us.
I was gonna let y'all give it the let y'all.
Hey,
I ain't
yeah.
Recent albums and Eminem albums in there, so yeah, so I got that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, do y'all? So 2024 is a good year. Instead of going over like any final thoughts or whatever, because we pretty much hashed everything out. What do y'all think about how this stacks up against the rest of 2024
What do you mean?
so far? Just the
Oh,
year. Not
oh
necessarily saying if it's album of the year, but
man, so
we've
far,
had some really good albums drop. We've had some really good
I,
albums drop. Or is this?
man, I gotta go back because
Yeah,
I'm not putting this above Blue Lips. I ain't putting this above We Still Don't Trust You.
Yep.
I'm not even putting this above Lupe Fiasco's Samurai. I'm not like I think it like I gotta go, I gotta
Memorize
look
that.
back. I gotta look back, but I don't think I think it was a good album, but I don't know if maybe it cracks the top 10. Maybe.
Yeah, I think probably bottom half, 6 maybe, because I mean if I'm thinking Benny's album was really good, I'm not saying I would put that over it, but that's a
Uh-huh.
discussion to be had.
Bro, Dark
Um,
Times, Vince Staples, I'm
Blue
not putting that
Lips,
above that.
Dark Times,
That
yeah.
was good.
Blue Lips, Dark Time, We Don't Trust You.
Yeah,
Vulture,
bro, I wouldn't.
Vultures apparently doesn't exist
I,
anymore,
I know
but
for real.
Hey, you see that? I saw that. Like, what was
I'm
that
dead.
about?
That's so funny.
apparently it never happened.
Yeah, because it was supposed to drop last year, but hey, real shit. I wouldn't even put this above We Don't Trust You, the second part. Too. There's so
I
many
would,
there's so
but I
many
like that
bangers
one.
on that album. I think people sleep on that second one.
Yeah.
Uh
I feel it. Even Rhapsody's album, I like, and like you said, Lupe's album, which is more recent, that's tough.
that's very,
But
very
yeah,
tough, man.
yeah, it's been such a good year in hip hop, honestly.
I'll put it above like 21 Savage's album, you know?
Yeah, even I think it's even better than the Cole project,
Which
which is
one?
more like a mixtape.
Oh yeah, I don't really count that because he took that
Yeah,
off, so
might
I
do
don't
it
really count
later.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh,
I mean, this may be my inner trap like radio stuff, but Gunna's One of One, I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I would the thing about it is that this doesn't to me have a lot of replay value. In the beginning it does, but like it kind of withers away, and then I go back to listen like Gunna's latest album.
hmm
I always go back to Vince Staples' album. I'm still listening to that to this day.
straight up.
Always,
yeah,
always, bro.
Straight up.
That thing that's like the first thing I put on when I get in the car.
Straight
But
up.
I don't think it's tough, but I would have to go back. But I don't even think it cracks the number 10.
That. I'm still slapping Blue Lips like it just came out.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Blue Lips is still clear number one for me. Um, but yeah, it's such a good year, such a good year.
Dang,
But
there was
yeah,
a point that I
that's.
wanted to.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Dang, I don't even know how to say, because I feel like this album got a chance to be like received. I don't know, like important because it's important for people to still just on the basic levels of like free speech and how everyone like how we were in the beginning, like noticing like there could be a lot of hesitation. A lot of people are hesitant on what they say, not getting canceled. And I think just as far as just freedom of speech is just like that. Eminem just was like, fuck it. Like it ain't that serious. Like everybody can get it. They just fucking joke. Don't take it that serious. Like I'm gonna still say whatever the fuck I want. And even if he ends up getting like, if he does really get canceled for this shit or does get a lot of backlash, it kind of opens up the door for a lot of other things to be said because it can't be as bad as that. You know what I mean? Like he took it to the limit. So I feel like if people were to say some crazy shit or, you know what I mean, maybe that might lessen the load for things to be said in the future. You know what I mean? Or harshen the penalties where I was just kind of thinking about that because he said some crazy fucking shit. Like,
but he always says crazy shit.
I know, but in this
Well,
in this time and era to still go as hard because there's a lot of shit
yeah,
you see like even on Disney movies. Disney shows is different from where they was back then. Like they can't have the same intensity in some ways. And I feel like
No, I feel like because it's him, it doesn't surprise me. That's like saying you're surprised that Charleston White says some shit and
I
like
mean you right, you right. Yeah, you right.
you know, like
I
to
get
me, it doesn't surprise me that M took it back to Christopher Reeves and took it back to Caitlyn
Yeah.
Jenner. Even though I agree with Sean, that shit gets kind of old and annoying and all that. But I'm not surprised that that's like being surprised because Chappelle dropped another transgender joke. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that don't even
yeah.
move the
But
needle for me.
I will say though that his last couple albums he's gotten away from that though, and I think it is because of cancel culture or whatever. Maybe it's just him feeling
See,
different.
I,
Um,
hey, see,
but
so I don't think that's because of cancel culture. I think because he was trying to show people his drug-free self.
that could be it too. That's what I was saying. It could be because of him too. It could be because of cancel culture or whatever, but it could be because of him and his experiences and wanting to change up a persona, like you said, like what we call a rap god persona or whatever the case may be. But yeah, his last few albums, like even if you look at Marshall Mathers LP, like it's not as hardcore,
It's not.
or Marshall Mathers LP too.
Oh
From
yeah,
there to Revival to Kamikaze, like he's not really going like this. So I kind of get where Jason is coming from, but yeah, I think once we knew Slim Shady was gonna be on the album, we kind of knew what to expect. Yeah, but definitely shock value. Good album. That's our the death of Slim Shady. Oh, wait, before we go, the playing it backwards thing. Y'all, Eddie, you heard about it?
yeah. I saw it, but like I
Yeah.
didn't really,
I know y'all don't have no interest in that shit,
No, no, no.
but
Like, I mean, yeah, maybe you're right.
Jason barely got interested in forwards.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But like I heard, if you listen to it backwards, it's something about I don't
Slim
know. But
kills
yeah,
Eminem. Yeah,
yeah. There
Slim
you
Slim
go. There
Shady
you go.
kills Eminem.
I'm
So
like,
forward, Eminem kills Slim Shady. Backwards, Slim Shady kills Eminem. Yeah.
I like that whole thing, But I mean, I don't know. If I want to go super conceptual, I'll just go back to Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, great execution. Great execution.
Great execution.
All right, that's the review.